Today I'm making cake and I can't wait to show you how.
I'm starting off by adding in 2/3 cups of warm water, half a cup of sugar, mixing that up, and then I'm adding in a pack of active dry yeast. The yeast has the proof, and that typically takes about 10 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm heating up a cup of milk along with a 4 cup of salted butter and a teaspoon and a half of salt. Now, if you're following along, you're going to know that your yeast is ready because it's going to look something like this. And once the yeast is proofed and ready, add in your milk concoction, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 5.5 cups of flour. I'm adding in my flour 1 cup at a time. This is gonna help me make sure that I don't overmix the flour. You see I'm using my hand. So this gonna help my hand, not be burning or whatever. This gonna make sure that the bread is nice and soft. We wanna make sure we doing this right. We wanna take our time. So don't be trying to throw all 5.5 cups in at once. Take your time. Ain't nobody rushing you. This is not a race. Okay? Make sure you scraping down the bowl. I know you see me trying to go around the edges. Scrape your bowl down, baby. Nobody rushing you. Take your time because we want it to be nice and done properly. I'm giving you a close-up so that you can see what my flour is looking like right now. I probably should have added in another half cup or another cup of flour because my dough is still very liquidy. And you're going to see later on that this kind of causes a slight issue. But have no fear, Gigi is here and we're going to get it right. Okay, so I got some more flour and I'm just going to throw it at a little angle, get it all on my clean surface. And then I'm going to put my dough right on top because it's time to start kneading the dough. I want you to get a good look at my dough. You see how as I'm kneading it, it's sticking to my hand. It's sticking to the counter. I'm having to scrape up the flour from around it and add more because it's sticking so much. My hands are sticky. Everything is just sticky. The dough not supposed to do that. So right then and there, I knew that I didn't put enough flour, and I already knew I was going to have to add more flour, but I kept going. And eventually, it's going to adjust. So if you put 5.5 cups of flour and your dough is sticking how mine is, have no fear. Go take 5, wash your hands, add maybe another half cup, mix it. If it's still looking like this, look at that. That is crazy. No. Add some more flour until it's not sticking anymore, okay? Now that I have too much goddamn flour on my surface, we are going to knead this dough with the palm of our hands. This how I was supposed to be looking from jump. But that's all right. That's all right. Stick with me. Stick with me. And just take your time and knead your dough. This is like my favorite type of baking is when I'm making breads because it's like a sensory thing. Like if you got kids with like sensory issues or kids that just love playing in Play-Doh, let them make some dough. This is like great. And I'm just really having a ball. Like I'm in my element at this point because the dough is working and that just makes me happy. And you see me throwing the dough up in the air. You see how it's not falling apart nothing? Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. Now it's giving exactly what it's supposed to give. So from here, put some Earl in your bowl. Clean your bowl, put some Earl in it. Throw your dough back in there. And the dough is going to have to rest for at least 1 to 2 hours. Mine rested for 2 hours, okay? Put some saran wrap on there, set it to the side, and let's move on. Now it has been about an hour and a half, and I'm going to start on my filling. So for this, I'm adding in 2/3 cups of brown sugar, a 1/3 cup of sugar, half a cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Once you have all of that in the bowl, mix it up. Keep mixing, mix, mix, mix. Mix, 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 and then mix some more. And once it's fully incorporated, it should look something like this. And after 2 hours have passed, grab your dough, take your saran wrap off it, and punch it. Re-flour your surface. And this recipe is going to create 2 king cakes. The first thing that needs to happen is that the dough is cut in half. And for the king cake, you want to roll the dough out into almost like a rectangle, a large rectangle. You want to get it really flat, not too flat that it's see-through, but just about flat enough. And my dough is not giving a rectangle, it's giving more of a beat up oval. But we are going to use our imagination and imagine that this is a perfect rectangle. And then we're going to get our pizza cutter, cut it down the middle, and add that filling that we made right up on top. And once the filling was to my liking, I took my time and rolled up the sides and created like a little roll. And you know I had to get a close-up to show you exactly what I mean by roll up the dough. And once both sides are rolled, I just took my time and rolled it one on top of the other, almost like a little Senegalese twist. And I'm laying it right on my parchment paper and making it into a circle. And this has to rest for about another 15 to 20 minutes before putting it in the oven on 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. Oh, these look amazing. They smell amazing. Now, if you have a baby, once these cool completely, put your baby up in there right before we add the icing on there. For the frosting, I'm adding in 3 tablespoons of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of melted butter, and 2 cups of sifted powdered sugar. I stirred it until the consistency was very, very smooth, because lumps and clumps just ain't gonna do it. And I'm adding this to the top of my king cake. And from here, the last thing you have to do is add your sprinkles. Of course, I'm going in with the classic purple, yellow, and green. Because can you even call it a king cake if it doesn't have Mardi Gras colors on it?
Doesn't it look amazing?
And yes, sis, it do. And of course, for the sake of this video and my belly, I'm just gonna go ahead, cut me a slice, and dig right in, because I have to let y'all know, after all this hard work, what we working with. And it's giving cute. It's giving delicious. It's giving smell good. It's giving soft. Oh, look, I didn't put it in the light, and let's give it a try.
No, but very good. It is so good. This tastes so good. Oh, I'm gonna just eat this